What's up, everybody? What is going on, y'all? How is everyone out there feeling? I know I'm feeling well. I hope you all are feeling well. Today is gonna be a really good, productive day. I'm feeling a little bit better, even since just yesterday, like I said, I wasn't really feeling too well, but I'm starting to feel more and more like myself. But yes, do I even gotta say it, y'all? Do I gotta say it for real? Cause y'all should know at this point, it is good vibes only, positive vibrations always. Y'all gotta speak that good energy into existence. But yes, everyone, today we have a very big release to go over with the White Cement 4s. Some people are even saying that this could be the sneaker of the year, and I ain't mad at y'all because they're really like that. Like, this sneaker is undoubtedly one of the greatest Jordans of all time. The Jordan 4 is just super iconic. It's always been classic, and this particular colorway, I feel myself getting into debate mode. I'm not gonna get started too early, but between the White Cement 4s and the Black Cement 4s, that's hard. I always go back and forth. That is really hard for me to choose, but we'll get into all the specifics and the details in just a moment. But before we do get started with today's video, I'm gonna need everyone watching to go crazy on that like button for your girl. And if you are new here and you are just now stopping by, go ahead and make it official, y'all. Hit that subscribe button and join the family, y'all, as well as ring those bell notifications. This way, whenever your girl does upload, YouTube will be sending you the notification through to let you know that I did post. But we definitely have some things to dive into with this sneaker. I was able to hit on sneakers exclusive access, the early access, so that's just a blessing for sure, and that's really exciting as well. But I'm really ready to get into this sneaker, so without further ado, everyone, let's get started. All right, now here is my package. All right, my babies did arrive in the mail safe and sound. I had no problems getting my shoes to me, which I'm super thankful for, because sometimes the process of just receiving your package alone can be super stressful, y'all. I've been through it plenty of times. I'm sure y'all have experienced it, so definitely happy that my babies did make it here. They got here pretty quickly. Sneakers did release this sneaker through early access, exclusive access, the 13th of May. I'm not sure why that particular day. I think it fell on like a Tuesday. Don't quote me on that, but hey, your girl was on top of it. I hope that everybody else was aware of that drop as well. And if not, y'all, don't even worry about it, because these bad boys do officially release the 24th of May. And if you are watching this video today, then that is next Saturday. So definitely be sure to mark your calendars, y'all. This is not a sneaker you want to miss out on. You know what I'm saying? I would never try to sway nobody into spending no money, but if you are somebody that is interested in this sneaker, I definitely will recommend this shoe. I haven't even opened up the package, but that's just how dope this sneaker is. That's just how cold these babies are. But yes, let's go ahead and take these bad boys out the package and get into the sneaker, y'all. Here is our official box for our White Cement 4s. We do have a standard Air Jordan 4 box, something I'm sure most of us are familiar with. I'll go ahead and read off the tag for you all. So the tag does read Air Jordan 4 Retro, and the colorway does read Summit White / Fire Red. All right, these bad boys do have a retail price point of $225, and this sneaker is going to be releasing in a full family run. And here we have them, y'all. The Air Jordan 4 White Cements. These are just a beauty, let me tell you. So crispy, so clean. Oof, these are a problem. But yes, this has got to be one of Tinker Hatfield's best design. This sneaker did originally debut back in '89 and has had multiple releases since then. The last time these actually dropped in 2016 was the first time your girl actually had a pair of these. I still have my pair from 2016. They're not in mint condition, but they're still wearable. But of course, you know I could not pass up on the opportunity to grab this pair, this 2025 version of the White Cements. I've actually seen a couple people say this is the closest to the OG that we've had. I honestly couldn't tell you, I'm not sure, but they look good to me. Alright, they look good too, your girl. That's all I know. These bad boys are fire. I mentioned this earlier on in the video. It's always been between which is the nicer Jordan 4. The white cement 4s or the bread 4s. That's always just been really hard for me because I feel like the bread 4s might be considered the superior Jordan 4. I think on, like, in the sneaker world, if you ask the majority of the people, I think that most of them would say that the bread 4 is the greatest Jordan 4 of all time. But, and I get it, y'all. I definitely get it, but I don't know. I've always just loved, you know me, you know I love a clean white pair of sneakers, and that's just really hard. I feel like with the bread 4s, you'll be able to get more wear out of them because it's a majority black sneaker. But these are just a little bit cleaner, so it's hard to say. I still don't think I could pick one, but they're both like a top 5 Jordan of all time. That's how good both the bread 4 and the white cement 4 are, in my humble opinion. But taking a closer look at the sneaker, everyone, we do have that super classic summer white tech gray, fire red, and black color scheme on the sneaker, with the sneaker being majority white, super clean for sure. Taking a look at the heel of the sneaker, we do have that classic Nike Air logo on the heel of the sneaker, branded on the back. Looking good, looking good. We do have our Jordan 4, our classic netting on both the lateral and medial side of the sneaker, as well on the eye stay portion of the shoe, kind of closer to the laces. We got black speckles on our hits of gray on the sneaker. That's always just been a super dope detail, and it seems like it's small, but if you take those speckles off of the shoe, I feel like it's gonna be a whole different sneaker. You know what I'm saying? We do have visible air sole units. All right, got those air bubbles on both the medial and lateral side of the sneaker. Looking good, looking good. This sneaker does come with all white laces. I'm looking at the other pair. I don't see a spare pair of laces, but would have been cool if they threw in a pair of laces just because, but don't think that this sneaker needs it. These babies look good with the clean white laces in them. All right, we do have a fire red Air Jordan logo on the tongue of our sneaker with flight underneath that stitched in there. All right, on the tongue, on the inside of our tongue, we do have Air Jordan on there, and the same for the other sneaker. All right, Air Jordan. And on our left shoe, we do have the Nike Air tag. I'm telling y'all, I wore, let me let this focus. I wore I think it was my fire red 4s, and I think I've done it to the bread 4s before too. I wore my tag out, and boy, people will be mad at me. I mean, I personally don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, this sneaker comes with the tag. I just, you know me, it just is what it is. Like, I'm rocking my sneakers how they come, and people be so mad when I be having the Nike Air sticking out on the shoe. They be like, girl, take off that tag, you ain't rocking them right. I'm like, hey, it don't matter either way, you know what I'm saying? With or without it, it is what it is. But yes, everybody. And last but not least, everyone, we do have that Nike Air logo on the outsole with our entire color scheme on the bottom of the sneaker to complete the design of the shoe. But yes, everyone, that was a closer look at the Air Jordan White Cement 4. I know everybody has their own opinions and preferences when it comes to sneakers and what your favorite sneakers are and things like that. But when it comes to Jordans, the White Cement 4, it's gotta be somewhere in the mix of the top of the list for people. It's just gotta be, y'all. Like, to me, it's just really like that. This sneaker is like that for sure. I'm definitely thankful to now have a pair of these in the collection. Like I said, this is easily a 10 out of 10, a must cop, hands down. Hopefully I'll be able to double up on this sneaker once they do officially release on the 24th of May. I would even triple up on this sneaker. They're just that good, y'all. They're just that good. Now, do I need a triple up? Probably not, you know, considering I do still have a somewhat decent pair from 2016. I can remember rocking those back in high school during my senior year, and I just felt really good whenever I put that sneaker on. They were just always so clean. It just felt really good to wear them, you know, especially when you in school, you wanna dress nice, you wanna look good and things like that. So that was always, it's just nostalgia. It's just kind of crazy to think back to high school even being 9 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a wild thought. So 9 years later, and here we are in 2025 with the latest white cement 4. But yes, I honestly, y'all, I could really go on and on talking about this sneaker, and I'm really not here to talk your head off. I promise I'm not, because I just know myself. Once I get into it, I can keep going for sure. But boy, oh boy, these bad boys are, they nice, y'all. They're definitely nice. So like I said, if you're kind of on the fence about whether or not you want to cop this sneaker, even though $225 is a decent price point, you know, it can get, that's a little bit pricey, I personally do think they are worth it. And as far as this being the sneaker of the year, that's always been like that, there's really no right or wrong answer to what the sneaker of the year is. That's always gonna be somebody's personal opinion. How I do my sneaker of the year, I don't necessarily go by what the best sneaker of the year is. It's a lot of different things. The backstory behind the sneaker, whether or not I've had a pair before or not. Usually, like the Gamma Blue 11s, like I've never had a pair of those, and I wanted those so bad back in middle school. So the fact that they're releasing again, if I can get my hands on a pair of those would probably be my sneaker of the year. I think so far, the sneaker of the year will probably be the Brick by Brick 4s. That release was amazing. The rollout was insane. The sneaker itself is insane with the bike air on the back, and just the material that was used on this sneaker. It was just all around the board. They did so well with that release that so far I think that is the sneaker of the year. But the best sneaker of the year, oh well, you know, that's probably gonna be the white cement 4s. But again, it's all personal opinion, but I am curious to know what y'all think the sneaker of the year is. So go ahead and comment down in the chat below and let your girl know. The feedback is always appreciated. But I got plenty more heat for the feet coming your way, and soon hopefully I can find something nice to wear with this sneaker, which it won't be hard with the colorway being so classic and straightforward. I'll definitely be able to find something nice to wear with this sneaker, and hopefully I can give you all a good look at this sneaker on foot. All right, but make sure those bell notifications are on go, y'all, because we not stopping no time soon. But yes, everyone, I hope that you all do enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you are on the lookout for the next video. It is your girl Chancel Real, and until the next time, y'all be safe out there. We out.